I'm Markeia. Want to hear something scary?
The Saroi-Ngaroi, spirits on the prowl. In honor of the Hindi New Year, before it, people gather, celebrate, and also pay their respects during Lamta Thangja. But if you choose not to participate, you may be choosing death. The following is an adaptation of an old Indian folklore. Henjunaha and Lairolamba desperately wanted to be together, but their families kept them apart, each believing the other wasn't good enough for their child. It wasn't until Lamta Thangja, the day the spirits are fed, that they finally formed a plan to run away together. Lamta Thangja is the first Saturday of the last month of the Mai Tai lunar calendar, where the locals would feed the Saroi-Ngaroi, or evil spirits. The whole community would be busy during this sacred activity, appeasing these evil spirits to keep them at bay. Every person had to give some sort of contribution to feed the spirits, or there would be fatal penalties. During it, the elderly women would then take the collected offerings to the crossroads. Henjunaha thought it would be the perfect time to go to Lairolamba, so they could elope unnoticed. As the sun began to set that Saturday evening, the town hurriedly filled their baskets with offerings and headed for the eldest matriarch's house. While Henjunaha's parents were focused on their contribution, he snuck out with his pack. He had to cut through the woods to stay clear of everyone else. It made the trip to Lairolamba's house longer than the regular route, but it would be safer to not be seen. As he neared the middle of the woods, he heard a shrill scream ringing from the crossroads. The high-pitched sound of terror could only mean one thing. Whatever the women had taken to the spirits was not enough. The Saroi-Ngaroi were not satisfied, and someone would have to pay. He heard the town begin to panic, everyone running to their homes for safety. This had only happened once before, and several people in town had died, ripped apart by the angry spirits. And that's when he realized what had caused this perilous predicament. He had been so consumed with his mission of love, he had forgotten to donate anything to the spirits. He was the reason someone would die tonight. Henjunaha sprinted as fast as he could, no longer caring about being seen. He arrived at Lairolamba's front steps, where she was anxiously waiting, holding a bag ready to leave. She had heard the commotion and knew the spirits were angry. Catching sight of her love, she smiled and started to go out to him. Henjunaha called out to her to stay where she was. A mist had rolled in, and the wind was rising. He saw something soaring towards him, like long black clouds, but with teeth. The entities surrounded him, then knocked him to the ground, so he was trapped. Henjunaha tried to crawl toward his love as she reached out to him. If he could make it across the threshold of her doorway, he would be spared. It was his only chance. She screamed for him to move faster, but the spirits continued attacking him, making it impossible to break out of their circle. Lairolamba yelled to him again, petrified by what she was witnessing and not knowing how to help. He steeled himself to try and reach her. The stones below him turned slick with his blood as he lunged forward, placing a hand on her blessed doorway. She grabbed it as they both mustered the strength to get him across the threshold. Enraged, the spirits fell onto him, their teeth ripping ever deeper into his flesh. Spinning like a tornado around him, they began absorbing each other to unite into one large, monstrous being. Flying up to gain momentum, it then soared down just as she was pulling her severely wounded lover inside. The giant united entity pummeled him from above, flaying the skin from his back. He fell into the safe house, but it was too late. His exposed muscles and organs glistened and bled as he died, the pain and shock too much for his heart. Lairolamba cradled his head, weeping, covered in her lover's blood. Distraught and heartbroken, she watched the triumphant spirits separate and fly away. The Saroi-Ngaroi were done, for now. but there would be little time to mourn before their next feeding. Their weekly feedings happened each Saturday until the Hindi New Year. Or, as Lairunlamba began to think of them, the weekly chances she had to figure out some way to get retribution towards her love's ghostly murderers. I don't know about you, but at the end of a long day, I don't always feel inspired to cook. But I do like to sit down to a nice meal. That's why I'm so excited to try out Green Chef. Whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat healthier, Green Chef offers every kind of meal for a wide range of eating styles. Green Chef makes cooking easy, so you can spend less time stressing and more time enjoying delicious home-cooked meals. You don't have to stress about going to the grocery store or forgetting something when you get home. Green Chef's pre-made and pre-measured sauces, dressings, and spices. I've heard excellent things from my friends about Green Chef, and I'm really looking forward to trying the chimichurri chicken or shrimp paprika bowls. Go to greenchef.com/scary130 and use code SCARY130 to get $130 off, plus free shipping. That's greenchef.com/scary130 and use code SCARY130 to get $130 off your Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. If you'd like to submit a story, send me an email at somethingscary@snarled.com. Like and share this video if it gave you the chills. And don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. And if you dare, follow me on social media. Until next time, my dark darlings, sweet dreams.